I got my first review of How to Avoid a Happy Life this week, which was incredibly exciting to see from Books and Publishing. I don't actually have a subscription to Books and Publishing, sorry, so I can't read it, but it got me thinking about reviews and generally the responses that you get to your work and what you should do about them. I've heard some writers say that they don't read reviews at all. I've heard other writers say they get someone to vet their reviews, and still other writers say they read everything that comes in their direction, which I think is an interesting approach. So my thoughts on this are that I'm writing because I want to communicate with people, and part of communicating with people is knowing what they think about what I write. But my aim is to connect with people, and it's obvious that you are not going to connect with everybody for everything you write. No matter how good a writer you are, you're always going to come across people who don't like your work or don't like a particular book for whatever reason. And I think that for me, it's important to know what the reception is. But if I hung my sense of writerly identity on that response, I'd be in for a rude shock. I have been in this business long enough to see good reviews come and good reviews go, and the same happens with bad reviews. It's also different now because everybody can have an opinion, everybody can have a blog, everybody can put a comment on Goodreads, and so it's democratised the reading public in a new kind of way. My advice for writers who are dealing with feedback, whether it's reviews of books or whether it's comments from readers, is to really just read through whatever the feedback is, whether it's good, bad or indifferent, and work out whether the feedback is fair and reasonable, because sometimes you can have a bad review because they've picked up something about your work that needed attention, that you might have missed, that your editors have missed, or it could just be that you weren't ready to write the book that you've written. And I think coming across those things is painful sometimes when it's criticism that is, I don't know, the kind of criticism that you don't want to hear. But there's a difference between that and malicious criticism, and I have copped some of that too. And you can tell that, some people just have a beef with you because, I don't know, they wish that they'd written a book and they haven't, or they wished that you'd written a different kind of book, or whatever the thing is. And I think it's probably wise to be a bit zen about those kinds of things and just remember that, like all things in life, they come and they go, and to take on board the good things that people say about your writing and focus on the places where you make connection, because to me that is what writing is all about, or what publishing is all about, I should say. If you're putting things in public, it's because you want to connect with people in a different kind of way. So I hope that advice is helpful.